Well, this t-shirt certainly leads to a very bright combination with my chair. Hey Spuds, it's Jamie, how's it going? Welcome back to another video, your first video on the channel. I don't know, but welcome either way, and today we are asking that age-old question of are the cis straights okay? The cis hets, how they doing? They good? Not in this video, they're not. This is basically just are the straights okay? No, they're not. We also look at the straights being okay sometimes, but right now it's the turn of the not okay. Straights, the straights, not okay. Hello, just popping in quickly to have a chat with you about today's video sponsor, Babbel. Maybe one of your 2023 goals, if you want to have a goal, is to learn a new language or continue to learn a new language if you've already started. I'm personally going to be carrying on learning French, and Babbel is a go-to app for me to do this. It's one of the top language learning apps in the world, and it is teaching you real-world useful conversations, giving you all of the practical tips to chat about travel, business, relationships, and much more. As I said, I'm learning French. One, because I really want to learn a second language, and two, because my wife and her family can speak Mauritian Creole, which is based heavily in French. And you know, I want to know the jokes. I want to know what everybody is laughing at around the table and not have to just get told 2 minutes later. We also really want our future kids to learn Mauritian Creole, and I don't want to be the only one that can't speak it. So French is a really great starting point for me, and Babbel has been super helpful in helping me learn this. I can now say useful phrases such as je suis lire mon livre, which means I'm reading my book. Something else I want to carry on doing in 2023, and useful because I really do like reading, so probably something I could use. Go drop a comment down below about which language you would like to learn and let me know why. I enjoy learning through Babbel because there are interesting and varied ways to learn, with lessons designed by real-life language teachers. It's also scientifically proven to help you start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. And with a 20-day money-back guarantee, why not give Babbel a go? Click the link in my description box to get 60% off your subscription. And now on with the video. Thank you for listening. So let's just get on with it, shall we? You ready? Why would a fly land on something like this? A Venus flytrap, huh? Rats should be ashamed for falling in this trap. A rat trap? Bears! This is ridiculous! A bear trap. Oh. What I presume is a man character with a woman cartoon character. Yes. Is this saying that women are traps? Yes, let's compare women to a rat trap, a bear trap that goes, oh, and a Venus flytrap. How wonderful. A carnivorous plant. That's what women are. I didn't know that. Yeah, I probably should warn you. In this episode, it's like 90% people that just hate their wives and men just being really arseholey towards women. There's a few other things in there to spice it up a bit, but you know, that's the majority of what we're looking at today. I was struggling to get my wife's attention, so I simply sat down and looked comfortable. That did the trick. It's this whole attitude of my wife is there to make me miserable. And maybe she does make you miserable, but maybe that's because you don't work very well together, the relationship, or there's not enough communication or something. But I just feel like there's so many people that go out of their way to be like, my partner's out to get me and make my life a living hell for no reason. Why? My parents had sex. No, I can't believe that cis-het homophobes are the ones that are like, oh, LGBT plus people, kids are too young to learn about this stuff, and they're the ones out there creating these kind of baby grows. And this isn't the only baby grow we're going to see today. My parents had sex. I'm hoping, because that looks like terrible graphics, I'm hoping that it's like a mock-up and it's not actually a real product. But either way, somebody made this and that's bad enough. Who would put their child in... Seriously, who would do that? Man divorces wife on honeymoon after seeing her first time without makeup. Are you serious? This must be a joke. This wouldn't happen. Would people really do this? No. No. My wife recently retired. I chose to work to save the marriage. You don't like spending time with her. You don't like spending time with each other. Fabulous. That sounds great. My wife retired, so I'm doing everything I can to stay away from her. Oh God. My young son saw me taking Viagra and asked what it was. So I replied, it's just a vitamin I have to take every once in a while. My wife said, you really shouldn't lie to the boy. I said, you're right, honey. So I knelt next to my son and said, this is the pill daddy needs because mummy is getting old. Isn't it more like the pill daddy needs because daddy's getting a bit old? Not always, but that's typically the reason why people would need Viagra. It has nothing to do with the fact that your wife is getting old. I mean, we all age at the same kind of rate. I think you're probably also getting old. Well, that's rude, isn't it? And not funny. I hope not true, because also just inappropriate, but wow. My sister got married yesterday and the groom started his vows with, Kate, you are a bully. What? Kate, you are a bully. His vows. And then proceeded to give like 50 examples of how she's bullied him in the last 10 years. And then he said, but you are my bully and I love you for it. And I started bawling. Love is real. I feel like I started bawling, love is real is a joke. I don't know if that would elicit that kind of tears and emotion from me. I think I would be worried about the healthiness of the relationship if that's the way he feels he's treated in the relationship and that's the way he feels he should start the vows. Because either it's like she isn't very nice to him, or he has a very strange sense of humour and has decided to really show it off on their wedding day during their vows. Okay. Scientists and psychologists baffled as to why straight men prefer not to date trans people. Why is trans people one word? The struggle for a solution continues. And then I'm going to cut it out, but they have a photo because I don't like showing images of the people who are being trolled. I think that's mean. But there's a photo of people who could be assumed as trans women, potentially. It's not explained. Scientists and psychologists are not baffled. There are plenty of cis straight men out there who date trans women. Prefer not to date trans people. I would expect a straight man not to date trans man. The humour's just so bad. Ah ha ha ha, transphobia, how hilarious. Goodbye life, hello wife. You too can have this shit sign for the low price of $14.99. Actually, I'll pay the full price just to have hello wife. Sharpa goes away for a trip, just hello wife when she comes back. Not goodbye life. My wife is a big part of my life. It would be goodbye, big happy part of my life if I said goodbye wife, not hello wife. If you feel that way about your wife, then that's not very nice. Chick magnet. Right, great. Let's not do that. Just dawned on me how incredibly creepy and weird it is that the transgender flag is comprised of colours predominantly associated with babies/children. Pink, blue and white. Blue and pink are signifiers for male and female. I don't know any grown men who strongly associate with the colour blue. The same goes for most women in pink nowadays. They are colours little children identify with. I'm sure that's not intentional or anything. This is like a conspiracy and like a weird-ass train of thought on a whole other level. I don't get it. No. It is a flag that is kind of ingrained in the stereotypes of colour preferences, well, modern day colour preferences, with the blue representing men, the pink representing women, and the white representing those who are transitioning or are non-binary or in some way not part of the gender binary. This person's just gone like, how can I come up with something else to make the trans community look bad? Ah, yes, the colours of the flag. Those very, very standard colours that are actually still very much stereotyped into like men and women, masculine, feminine. And I'm going to say that only for children now. I've just made this up. Training my fiancé for marriage. Oh, I've seen these TikTok reels, shorts, whatever you want to call them. It's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Is that Taylor Swift song? So it's like, training my fiancé for marriage, and it's just him being like, it's always me, I'm always the problem, hi. Not sure if that's the healthiest attitude, but I'm sure it's a joke. I'm sure they're just having a good old laugh about it. My wife doesn't know, but every time we have sex, I put $1 in an envelope. Why? And that's all I'm spending on her for Christmas. So far, she is getting a cup of coffee. Honestly, that says a lot more about you than your wife. You reward based on how much you have sex. I just want to understand why. The money I will spend on you at Christmas time all depends on how many times we've had sex throughout the year. And $1 per time. How generous. Baby bibs. I only cry ugly people. The next one is worse. I heart boobs just like my dad. I get why it's funny, but I don't think babies heart boobs in the same way that their dad would. Like, no. And there's even like little cartoon boobies, which I feel like I need to blur just to keep YouTube happy. I would be incredibly embarrassed for my baby to be seen in these bibs. I would be very mad if somebody bought one of these bibs for my baby. Diamonds! That ought to shut her up. What a wonderful trope that we definitely should leave in the past. Dating in 2022. So, have you always been a woman? So have you always been a woman? Oh, I don't even know what to say. Why is this a particular problem in 2022? There's not more trans people. There is more people being able and having access to transition. There's not more trans people in the world. And like, you're stressing yourself out over like 1% of the population. You probably have come across a trans person in your life, but the chances that you would go on a date with a trans person and they wouldn't tell you is like it's not gonna happen, okay? I do like the thought of like insecure cis het guys couples sitting down on their first dates and the first question just being like, so, yeah, have you always been a woman? I'm not sure how well the date would go after that. So I asked an old man for a financial advice and he showed me this picture. I've been trying to understand it since. The man is walking, there is a woman walking towards him, they're on the same side of the road, and there's an arrow to the man to cross. Okay, so I'm assuming, like, financial advice. If you want to save your money as a man, avoid women because they take all your money. It's all those diamonds you bought to shut them up. And the weird baby bibs. Voice my laugh. I can't stop doing. It sounds the same each time. Does it sound the same to you, or is it just... Why have I given myself the giggles over my own weird fake giggle? Okay, moving on. Me. My son has this friend at daycare named Riley, and she... co-worker. Oh my god, he has a girlfriend at daycare. What? Well, you see, he is 2, and she's also 2. They're 2. Yeah, but, like, he totally has a crush, right? So, like, the only words he says are cow, truck, and dinosaur, and also, he's 2. Is he, like, super cute with her, though? He's probably neighed at her, and also did I mention that he is an infant? Why do people do this? It's a cis-het thing. It's so weird, and it's like, as soon as 2 babies that are opposite assigned sexes, like you have a boy baby and a girl baby, and they're in the same room, and, like, they could vomit on each other, right? They could kick each other accidentally, I'm sure. But then people will just be like, oh, look, Jimmy puked on Rebecca. They're together now. And it's like, mate, they're one. Why are you doing this? This does not make any sense. This is just a very weird behaviour. This person was just talking about his son being at daycare, and as soon as he mentioned that his son has a daycare friend who is a girl, the co-worker was instantly like, oh my god, they're together. No, they are babies. Burn. Okay, what's a burn? Waitress, let me get this mess out of your way. Me, I already called her an Uber, but thanks anyways. That is not a burn. That is just pathetic. You get in the Uber. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, it was tradition that on the 31st of December, the wife would kneel in front of her husband and apologise for everything she got wrong during the course of the year. This tradition needs revival. No, it does not. It absolutely does not. It needs to stay in the past. It should have never existed. What the fuck? Did you know, I don't think I want to know, when a woman wears a leather dress, a man's heart beats much quicker, his throat goes dry, he gets weak in the knees and he begins to think irrationally. Ever wonder why? No, I really haven't. It's because she smells like a new truck. Yes, of course. All men are just truck sexual, right? I'm really worried about the direction of our world. Oh dear. My ex-wife left me and our children to be with another woman, and now this. And now what? I don't know what he's commenting on, but why are you worried about the direction of the world? Because your wife left you because she was attracted to women. I'm currently having trouble dating because so many women are done with men. It's not really fair. Oh, he's one of those types of men. I used to be a supporter, but my views on the LGBT is changing because your wife turned out to be a lesbian, potentially bisexual or pansexual, and just not in the relationship with you anymore. Yeah, I really don't think that's happening. I think that's just a problem that you've made up in your mind because one person you were with is now with another woman. No, I don't want to talk. No, I don't. No, we're just going to move on from this crappy ball and chain joke. Go away. Is it weird to sing if you're a guy? I've been called gay. Just curious to see the community's opinions. No, who's called you gay for singing? You sing your little heart out. Anybody can sing. Oh my god, singing has nothing to do with your sexual orientation. New seatbelt design, 45% less car accidents. Something about the man cartoon character's smug face that just... it's very irritating. I said, yes, crossed out, fine. Did somebody actually... somebody's handwritten that on. Yeah, alright, whatever. I don't really want to, but fine, I guess. I think if that's your attitude, maybe it's not the right thing. I don't know, just a guess. Finally, peace on earth. It's very inappropriate. I've seen these before and they're still happening. Why have a family then? If it's so irritating, just don't. If you feel like these jokes are funny, just don't. And that's all of the not okay cis straights. Wow. Cis heteronormativity doing its thing. Yay. Hey, if you like this video, think about giving it a thumbs up and subscribing if you want to, but no pressure. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Much love. Bye.